Hello fiber friends, and welcome to another garden tour video for our 2020 garden. Of course, this is a garden tour, so not a fibery goodness video, but I know a lot of you have enjoyed seeing what we were planting this year, and with all the activity of having 4 boys at home, that's basically where my energy has gone and not into crafting, although there has been some crafting. And yeah, so that's what you will see in today's video. I do want to note that this is back from July. I believe the information from my camera says that it was from July 29th. This is, at least while I'm editing, September 1st. And today, on September 1st, I recorded August's video, and I thought you might want to see July's before you get August. So we're going to go ahead and get this up as soon as possible so you can have the July video. There will be, I don't know if I've created a, a playlist for my garden videos yet. So I'm going to try and remember to do that. I'll put a link to that playlist here if I can remember. And this is your July video. If there is things in here that you wanted maybe a picture of and a little more info on, you can always join my Unseen Strands Instagram, as I do post a little more information there, especially on the garden stuff, because that's a little more of a glance of everything, especially like our watermelons. I had just recently posted a picture there of our nice cut watermelon, and I do mention our caterpillar friend in this, but I don't think you can see him, or at least I don't know, because I can't see him. I never did, except for in the pictures. So I do have a picture of our caterpillar friend there. A little more info on our caterpillar friend is we have no idea what happened to the one. Then within a couple days of that one disappearing, we had a few more, and I believe some larva hatched ones, possibly, which might be in this video. And yeah, we had 2 at one point, then we were down to 1 that we could still find, and we never actually for sure saw one of those turn into a butterfly. I'm not sure exactly how these particular caterpillars do their thing, as I read in a magazine a little bit ago that there are some that will actually curl up into a leaf and close that leaf into a cocoon. And so since it's in the same family of butterflies, even though it's not the same type of butterfly, I thought maybe that's what happened to these, because we never did see any chrysalis. Did I say cocoon? So many chrysalises around, but that could be what happened for our particular butterflies. They were the swallowtail, black swallowtail butterflies, and we did see a couple of those butterflies around. They did seem to be attracted by the dill and then left things. Apparently, I had the perfect trifecta for them. They like carrots, dill, and parsley, and those were all in a line from one planter to the next. Of course, we found the first one in the carrots. Did I say carrots? No, I can't even remember what I'm saying. I'm being distracted by littles. So yes, we had that little trifecta going on for them, and so I believe that's how we attracted. So next year, that might be the plan, to kind of try and get that going, because of course butterflies are an endangered animal species, and of course we would love to have more butterflies around. Our original idea was we were going to move the caterpillar, but then we found out that it pretty much liked the plants we had and not any other plants. So that kind of ruined our thoughts of transplanting these poor caterpillars. But anyways, let's get on to our July tour of the garden. Good morning, guys. I realized we haven't had a July video yet, so I wanted to get the garden video up before I have to pull a bunch of stuff, because things like our onions are getting done. Like this is my giant onion over here. I'm not sure that this is the biggest one. It's the biggest one up here. And it's probably the biggest one I've ever grown, so I'm quite proud of that, but he has flopped over, so I noticed that, I think, 2 days ago or yesterday. So I think he's done. And so, yeah, we had a carrot over here that stayed. I found out that we had a caterpillar, and that might have been where all my little seedlings had been going. Because apparently by the time we saw him, he was at least a couple weeks old. But we found him over here in this carrot patch. But I had a bunch back here, and they all disappeared. So I assume that was the workings of that caterpillar. Now the caterpillar, if we still have one, is down here in the dill and the parsley. I don't know if they've found him in the last couple days. But yeah, that's the dill, parsley, sage, chives. I don't think they look a whole lot different other than they've been a lot of caterpillar eaten. But yeah, let's go to the other gardens. Oh, and I should mention that we have 2 more of those tabletop, or whatever they call them, gardens. So we do plan on doing some fall gardening this year. So the rose that we thought was dead actually was not, and this is actually the second bloom that has come on it. Not that that's a lot, but for something you thought was dead, that's pretty nice. Then our peas, sadly, I am surprised that they are here with us at all. I've been pulling them out this week, but I'm actually taking these. So it's not quite ready yet. I'm taking these for seed, and we're going to try a fall crop of seeds. So Zane's mad at me because I'm not giving him peas, but honestly, these ones that are now aren't very well pollinated, I think. Probably due to heat. So that's kind of where we're at with those peas anyways. They're all pretty dead, even the ones in the other part. And here are our accidental pumpkins. I'm not sure if we can see the big pumpkins from this angle. I know there are some, but pumpkins are pretty pokey. So I just don't want to get in there too much. But I think there's a fairly good sized one in there, and there's a fairly good sized one over there. So apparently we will have pumpkins this year. And here is our watermelons. We actually will have 4, I think, that we will be able to harvest. 2 are hanging. A third one, I moved it so it was going to grow on the lowest thing of the A-frame, and that actually made it grow against the ground. I mean, once it got big enough. So I didn't have to sling that one. And then we have another one growing on the ground. Actually, tried to move one so it was kind of hanging, and I must have pinched something because then we lost that one. But so far we have 4. So I don't think that's too bad. And again, our sad peas in their state of, I don't like the heat and you're making me stay in it. But, you know, somehow we still have a couple. So, yeah, our sad state of the peas. Sorry for the air conditioner. But that is our watermelons that are climbing into the other beds. This is our sad onion patch that just never did very good. We did harvest our kohlrabi a while ago. I can't remember if that was in the last video or not. Probably not, because I think that was early June. But that was all good, even though my stepmom said that they would be stepmother-in-law. So they would be too far gone, but they weren't. And there's our, I've been pulling out a lot of onions. Oh, we have another web in here. We'll keep getting webs in our garden. More onions. We have some eggplants. These ones, I believe, are about ready to harvest. So we have those guys in there. And we are not doing very well on our bell peppers. I'm not sure we've even gotten any to monitor yet. We've gotten a couple of the hotter peppers, which is funny because my mom's gotten a ton, but they've gotten a ton of rain where we have not had actual rain, just self-watering, which doesn't seem to do as well. But there's that bed. And one moment while we move to the other side. So I actually harvested and pulled up all our beans a couple days ago, and so I have just planted new beans over here in the empty patches 2 days ago, and I didn't water them in, so I don't think we'll have anything coming up yet. I would be surprised. But the beans said that they took 10 to 12 weeks according to Google to get a fall crop, so I realized we needed to pull up the ones that we had pretty fast and get in the new ones, since the old beans were going to be they would keep giving us a couple beans, but nothing spectacular since they already had their main crop. Yeah, our sad pepper. This poor guy. Oh, hey, no, that's a hot pepper. I thought he said that was the bell. I didn't think he was getting anything. This guy was kind of shadowed by the beans, so he never made it very big, but apparently he did get a pepper on him. More eggplant, pepper. I think that's the bell pepper over on that side. And another eggplant. And then this tomato just isn't, at least last I looked, isn't giving us any tomatoes. These are the German tomatoes from, they're an actual seed from Germany that's been grown in the US for a few years now and just harvested from the tomatoes that my mother-in-law does. And it's getting overcrowded by our cucumber. Now, we did find out yesterday when I brought Zane out that we do have some cucumber beetles, so we're going to have to try to start monitoring that here, because we don't want those to get over to our watermelons. But now there are cucumbers in there, but I don't want to mess with it too much here because I need to water yet. We have been getting our standard cucumbers. I have not yet gotten any of the lemon cucumbers, and I don't know if that might be because of our beetle friends or whatnot. And here's our other German tomato guy, and there is a tomato down in here. See, these guys get fairly big. So that's where we're working on that one. And then we just yesterday started harvesting our snack tomatoes, which are the ones down at the bottom there. Oh, I'm getting buzzed around by something. But yeah, more of the look of the monstrous taking over the garden cucumbers. And I think that's about all I have to share today. So I hope you enjoyed this little garden tour for July 2020.